hundreds of admirals and generals are leaving their posts from airfields, at sea, and at tactical headquarters around the world. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth summoning all U.S. general officers and admirals in command positions and senior enlisted leaders to a meeting at the U.S. Marine Corps base in Quantico, Virginia. But even those told to attend the meeting do not know what prompted Hegseth's call and what will be discussed. The Pentagon saying only the Secretary of War will be addressing his senior military leaders early next week. President Trump was asked about the meeting, but perhaps misunderstanding the question or unaware of the Hegseth meeting, he seemed to think it was foreign generals who were coming to meet Hegseth.
Well, I know. I love it. I mean, I think it's great. Let him be friendly. Let him be friendly with the generals and admirals from all over the world.
Dude, it's so funny that this is actually not like a significant thing as everyone initially predicted. And it's just him having like, he just wants to flex, I think. Like, wasn't it that the initial suspicion was something like, oh, it's just like war, this has never happened, all this stuff. Yeah. Many people are obviously concerned about why Hegseth is trying to gather every top military leader at once, concerns I share. But my impression of Hegseth is that he's constantly searching for the biggest audience possible to listen to him be important. It may be that stupid. Hegseth is an alcoholic Fox News host, someone whose highest leadership position was a platoon leader, who now inexplicably supervised the entire military. He's looking for recognition and respect from soldiers in the brass, and none of it is ever enough. Turns out, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth ordered hundreds of generals to travel on short notice from around the world to hear him make a short speech on military standards and the warrior ethos. Bro, I'm going to be honest, if I was living in like an area absolutely gutted and destroyed by America, this would be so funny. Like if I was living in Iraq right now, I'd be watching from Iraq like, that's so awesome. That's great. F you. You know what I mean? It's got to hit so different. It's like they're doing it to themselves. What they did to us by force, they're doing to themselves. What is going on? You know what I mean? If I'm looking at this and being like, haha, idiots. He's literally just wanting to be like, we're not woke anymore. Got it, generals? Yep. Hegseth's orders, which were sent earlier this week to senior generals and admirals worldwide, require anyone in a command position with the rank of one-star general or rear admiral and above, as well as their senior enlisted leaders, to be at Marine Corps University at Quantico, Virginia on Tuesday. It's just going to be about how they're all required to listen to a podcast called Warrior Mindset. Yeah, pretty much. That's awesome. How loyal is the military to Trump? Well, I don't know. After this meeting, perhaps less loyal than they were prior to the meeting. Imagine a guy, because like, remember, generals are like, they're well-read. They are, they've put in the time, like they've elevated to the highest position in the military. And then you got this drunk rapist television personality being like, that's right, everybody. It's time to have the warrior mindset, okay? I need you guys to understand we're war fighters now, okay? This is the War Department, not the Defense Department. Because, like, I guess it was a perfect depiction of the anti-intellectual, the anti-intellectualism that is at the heart of the conservative movement. That when people were mad about Mark Milley and they called him gay and woke and a non-binary Marxist, Mark Milley, because he was like, of course I read Mao. He was literally like, of course I read Mao, and I think everyone should. You have to understand the mindset of the enemy. And they were like, oh, you're like a non-binary queer Marxist, you loser, you stupid libtard. Mark Milley. So it's just funny to have these guys who are like career military guys be like, what the is this? Could it be the case that they use Hegseth's poor public image to come up with a stupid explanation that keeps them from asking more questions while the meeting /will be more consequential? Yes, except counterpoint. Where's the Max Blumenthal clip? Hold on here. While on the one hand, I think the American government must be more sophisticated than this, right? Like, obviously, there's got to be a different reason. They're just like using they're using Pete Hegseth's like stupid front-facing behavior to where the is it? They're using Pete Hegseth being like a drunk, stupid guy to be like, oh yeah, no, there's no nefarious purpose behind this meeting. It's just this. Here's the counterpoint I have for you. Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, when y'all score, I want to see the gritty. Yeah, I want to see the gritty.
He's hammered, by the way. Look at him. He's hammered. He's like, want to see the gritty? You want to see the gritty?
Yeah, I want to see the gritty.
There's a Bud Light and a cup holder in front of him. Of course he's hammered. God forbid men have hobbies. Why is he dressed like Austin Show? Because he's a Vikings fan. I don't know if this is recent. It's from last year. Wait, last year? He was drinking woke-ass transgender beer last year at the peak of anti-trans sentiment directed towards Bud Light? Ain't no way. Oh, yeah, Austin. Look at that. Look at your boy. Look at your fandom, dude.
All right, when y'all score, I want to see the gritty. Yeah, I want to see the gritty.
Yeah, what do you got to say now? Yeah, what do you got to say now? Yeah. Is this why we haven't won a Super Bowl? Probably. That was like 4 years ago, lol. Oh, okay, thank God. So Bud Light wasn't transgendered yet. Is that what you're saying?
Why is there something? No, but is there something wrong with it?
Vice President Vance stepping in.
It's not particularly unusual that generals who report to the Secretary of War and then to the President of the United States are coming to speak with the Secretary of War.
But there has not been a meeting quite like this one, and it has created apprehension among senior officers. Last May, Hegseth ordering at least a 20% reduction in the number of four-star generals and admirals across the active duty force.
It's in keeping with President Trump's commitment to achieving peace through strength. We're going to shift resources from bloated headquarters elements to our warfighters.
The secretary has already fired at least 15 senior military officers, including General C.Q. Brown, the then chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and the first woman to command the Navy, Admiral Lisa Franchetti, also let go. While the topic of the meeting remains a mystery, given what President Trump and J.D. Vance said about it, it does not appear to be an urgent national security matter. But having this many senior officers away from their post does create concern among some. Rebecca?
All right, Martha, thank you.
Yeah, they want to do fucking massive layoffs, and they might use a shutdown to do so, but they should still shut it down regardless.